Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. I'm your host, Connor Overbay, and this is the co-host, the wifey, Shannon Overbay.
I'm back.
That's right. You know, the permanent co-host is always here. So shout out to you guys for checking us out. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you guys give us a follow, a 5-star review, like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do nowadays. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod for all the social media. Make sure you guys give us a follow on there. And if you guys are wanting to check out our YouTube channel, make sure you guys go to the YouTube. It's going to be Who Are You podcast, and you guys will be able to find us there. But today we're sitting here on a very special Sunday. We're doing a
special Sunday,
a little Sunday hangout. We're getting everything going. We're sitting here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Here we go.
It's crazy to think it is officially Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl 59?
59, 60, something like that.
Here we are. It's of course we got the two teams.
You got the
back
Eagles
again.
The Eagles, the Chiefs.
It's round 2.
I know, it's round 2. The Chiefs got the first one.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna have to see how this one goes.
it's going to be interesting. Me and the boys have been throwing down some bets. We've been talking all week about who we think's going to win. You know, what kind of player props we need to throw out there.
Of course.
So we threw a couple $5 bets out there. A couple of them win a couple $100. A couple of them win $50. So we'll see.
Couldn't hurt.
Hey, you know, it'll be nice to get a little extra money in the pocket if we're right.
Yes, of course.
But we always throw a little bit of money on the games. It's fun now. Now that they have legalized sports gambling here in Florida, it's been a fun time.
Yeah, and you know, I can't give you too much crap because you're using your own money, just doing little like $5 bets.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like I'm putting $1,000 on anything.
Right. not going crazy. So
gamble responsibly, people.
Exactly.
Don't gamble what you don't have. I say stuff can happen very quickly, and you'd be very sad.
And you have the option to always like cash out early or whatever if it's at a certain mark.
It depends though. The only time you can cash out is if your bet is probably going to hit, is what people are seeing, and then it'll give you an option. But if something bad happens and it lowers the percentage of that bet hitting, it won't let you cash out.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, because it wouldn't make sense. How would they make their money?
I don't know how this stuff works. I don't do it.
No, you're good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if like, you know, Vegas needs to make their money, so they're not going to be like, oh, you think your bet's going to lose now? Yeah, we're not going to let you have that back. It wouldn't really make much sense.
Of course. Okay.
But no, we got to...
Yeah, Super Bowl. Here we are.
It's crazy. The season has gone by so quick. Obviously,
I can't believe it.
For everybody who follows the podcast and checks us out, you know, pretty frequently, we were talking about fantasy football all year, and that has come and went, unfortunately.
No.
So the season is officially coming to an end, and this is going to be the worst time of year where there is barely any good sports on. I am a basketball fan, so obviously that's good. At least we have like March Madness coming up, and then, you know, the NBA finals, all that kind of stuff. But then
it is kind of a dead season.
Then it gets to baseball, and like I don't pay attention to baseball until it gets to the playoffs, really. And I'm like,
I don't
okay.
really pay attention to it on TV. Like on baseball on TV is not very exciting for me.
Yeah, like it's like going to games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like hockey, like I'll watch the hockey playoffs, but you know, actually going to the games is where it's fun for us at least.
That is true.
It's just we don't have any professional baseball or hockey or...
No, I mean we have our shrimps and the Icemen and stuff.
Yeah, the semi-pros or the farm teams for the other leagues.
Yeah, so we could always go to those, but...
Yes, very true. But as we were saying today's going to be an NFL themed.
Yes.
You know, we are doing our Sunday hangout on Super Bowl Sunday, so we're very, very excited. And we've come up with some like trivia, some would you rather questions, top threes. You guys know how we do it on our Sunday hangouts by now. So one thing I was going to start off with, which is crazy. Let's see here. I got a whole list of things. So when it comes to the Super Bowl, obviously it's been around for, as you said, 59, 60 years. I think it's what it was. It's crazy to think that, you know, we might be able to see Super Bowl 100, me and you.
That is true. So what? If this is 59.
59, 60, I forgot which one it is.
30 more, 40 more.
40 more, yeah. Do you think it'll ever get to the point where, like...
I think we'd see it.
Do you think it ever gets to the point where we see it and it's just robots? You know what I mean? It's like no longer like full-on NFL, like players, like human players?
No, I don't think they could ever replace the human players. Maybe refs.
Yeah, that is a big thing.
I don't think the players. I don't, maybe announcers, but that's a kind of a toss-up for me as well because it's not as, like, enthusiastic and, like, the emotion that's there, experience that's there.
The chance of error as well, like, human error, like when you're supposed to zig, you zagged, and or like when you were supposed to go left, you went right, and then the ball sailed past you, kind of thing.
That is true.
But there has been talks in the NFL, like over this past year, when it comes to calls, like so how there's that yellow line, right?
The yellow line
for the first down marker on TV. Yeah. So that's not like the official line. That's just for us at home to see. So like that there, it could be off by like a foot or two or something like that. So if you see a player on TV go past that, that's not really exactly where it's the stick. So you'll see those.
Right.
You'll see the
pull it out and put the tip of the ball and everything. Yeah, I understand that.
They're talking about now putting in microchips in the football, so you could challenge it and, get a quicker answer, because on TV, like...
I don't think that's a bad option.
I don't think it is either, because I feel like there's a lot of times where you'll see one ref come up and then they'll move the ball a couple feet back and you're like, what the fuck just happened there? Like, why did you just mess with that whole thing there?
Yeah, definitely. I think putting a microchip in the ball, if they can figure it out for all the pounding and stuff that a ball does take.
Yeah.
I think that would be great for challenges and everything.
Yeah, because you could literally, it would just be like the microchip and it'll literally just show you exactly where it was on the field. You'd be like, like, no, he got here. Why are we doing that? Because they did implement something this year where there was like the booth. So say if there was like a challenge or something, or there was a call made, the booth would actually call down to them very quickly, or like the NFL people who are watching from like another part.
Yeah, like
will
the
call
New
down.
York people or whatever.
Yeah, they'll call down, but hey, you got that call completely wrong. Like move that up a couple feet or move it back a couple feet. So there was like quicker things this year, which I personally enjoyed. I thought that was nice because it made the game a little bit quicker.
I think so. Yeah, that is. I know you had talked to me about like the top people making calls down to them, but I didn't realize it was as like common, I guess, this year.
Well, this was the first year where they implemented it a little bit more, because there were times like where New York would call in, but now they have more like quick, like right there, they're ready to go on it. Okay. Yeah, like replay, like saying, hey, this is actually what happened.
Like people at the stadium?
I think so. And then even now they even worked with like health officials, like ever since like Tua and then DeMar Hamlin and all that stuff happened. Now they have, if they see a player getting hit and they think they got a concussion, they'll call down to the doctors in the field and have that player pulled.
Oh, immediately. Yeah, I think you had, there was a game where you told me, they pulled him.
Yeah.
Because, I don't remember exactly. It was one of the most recent games, but someone took a big hit.
Yeah, they can pull you to do a check on you now. So, they'll put up the blue tent real quick and they'll give you, a concussion protocol test. And
so even if the coach doesn't pull you, it's whoever that had...
Now it's NFL.
Choice.
Like the NFL will call down and they actually have people watching each play at the time. Gotcha. And if someone takes a big hit and they feel like they're dazed and they're still trying to stay on the field, they'll pull them real quick and be like, "Hey, we need to do an evaluation on you." Just a
quick little thing.
Which I don't think is
I
don't think it's a bad thing. It can mess up play. You know what I mean? That's the thing that sucks. Say if it's your star player,
100%.
Say for right now, Patrick Mahomes is the star quarterback right now, and say they pulled him out for 4 plays and a very crucial part that could be bad.
Yeah, that could be really bad, but it also is going to just be good for the
player safety,
life in general. Going forward, whenever they retire, they're not going to be, all messed up. Hopefully.
Yeah, I would say that really the main players I feel like would probably get the most CTE or things like that would be the linemen.
Of course.
Because each play they're running
immediately.
Like a small car accident happening every single time. I feel like those are the guys that really get the brunt of everything.
Right. And then obviously the receivers are going to get some just because of the hits whenever they catch a ball, but I feel like running backs maybe, and then quarterbacks, those are the next two.
Yeah.
Would be my opinion.
I would say running backs, wide receivers, because they're kind of getting hit a little bit more. The quarterbacks should not be getting hit.
They shouldn't be.
But it does happen. You're not wrong. Obviously, we saw what happened with Tua, where he had multiple concussions in 1 year and was throwing up gang signs when he was on the ground because of his response. It was pretty bad.
Right. So hopefully, maybe with this new NFL, that'll prevent things like that. I know it's just certain ways that hits are happening that cause those. So it's not necessarily even the fact that an official can call something.
Yeah. Well, even nowadays, I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say there? Nowadays, what were we talking about?
I mean, they've implemented new protocols for the way you can hit people, and
Oh,
things.
I remember what I was going to say. It was it's really like not even just all the big hits that are the main concerns, the small
little
like
ones.
compiling into one,
That's true.
where it could be a bigger issue. But no, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. And the hype this week has been cool. Unfortunately, this isn't the most exciting Super Bowl. You know what I mean? These weren't all the teams that everybody wanted to make it. Like, people were really rooting hard for Washington to make it this year.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Because, the rookie quarterback, what's his name?
I don't know. All I can think of is Nixon for the Broncos.
Jaden Daniels is his name. Jaden Daniels, rookie quarterback, made it to the AFC Championship to have a chance to make. I may have got that wrong. I think it was NFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl. And they just ended up losing in a bad fashion. But the Eagles are going to be interesting. I think this is one of the years where the Eagles actually have a solid chance. They added that Saquon Barkley guy, the running back from New York.
That is true. Barkley is added a big,
he's a big piece. Yeah.
Piece for them, yeah.
It literally did a backwards hurdle over a Jags player. And of course it was the Jaguars.
Of course it was the Jags.
It couldn't be any other team.
Hurdle over a Jags player.
Yeah, that is probably going to be the play of the year when they do their little award show.
Of course.
His is going to be that's going to be the craziest run ever.
But I'm still rooting for the Eagles either way.
So. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Eagles. I mean, I don't hate the Chiefs or anything like that. It's not like, I'm just tired of really seeing them winning, but
I just don't have any connection, I guess.
Yeah, we're not don't come for us, YouTube. We're not like Taylor Swift. I don't hate on Taylor Swift in any way.
She's great music. Yeah. I have her on my playlist, but I'm just not.
Yeah, but we're not like one of the followers kind of thing on that side of stuff. So, there's a lot of people who moved over to the Chiefs because of that and, the Travis Kelce whole thing. But hey, man, it's all good. It's all good. But
my family, I mean, I was born an Eagles fan, basically. So
your dad was an Eagles fan. There's all pictures of you guys in your Eagles onesies when you were growing up.
Yep. And so I gotta stay true.
Well, then my dad's an Eagles fan as well.
Yeah, from Jersey.
Yeah, so being over there. But would you like to move? Actually,
I will say my would you rather was not.
It's okay. Mine's football themed. It's fine.
I didn't think about it whenever I was doing it.
I want to get your official score prediction for today's Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh, I didn't do research on their past game. I don't know. I am gonna think.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
So I think it's going to be a close game. Both teams have decent defenses. The Eagles have a better defense. They seem to be really good at stopping runs, pass defense. They've added a couple younger guys on the cornerback side of things, like Cooper DeJean and a mix of guys. So I think the Eagles defense is going to hold pretty strong because really the main person is Kareem Hunt, the running back. He's not bad. I actually have a bet on him, so hopefully he scores at least one touchdown. But I don't think they're going to be letting off big runs. I think it's going to be coming down to Travis Kelce making weird plays, Patrick Mahomes making weird plays, and some kind of just random scrambles happening. So I think it's going to be a close game, personally. I think it's going to be, I say 28-21, Chiefs win.
Interesting.
Because I bet every year against the Chiefs, and they always prove me wrong. So I think this is going to be three-peat. I think the Chiefs are going to make history today and be the first team ever to win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Okay. I disagree.
That's fine.
Just because I want it to be different.
There's nothing wrong with that. What do you think it's going to be?
So I think it's going to be close as well. And, originally 28 did pop into my head, but I'm thinking, I don't know if it's going to be that high scoring.
They're both pretty good offenses, so that's the reason why I said it's going to be somewhat decent. But, as I said, the defense for the Eagles is pretty good, so it could be a lower scoring game. So I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, The first matchup that popped in my head was 28-32.
That's not bad.
But I don't know if
that's a 4-point difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's too high. I don't know if it's going to be more like 18-21 or something like that, but I want the Eagles to win. I think with Barkley, and as long as Hurts stays healthy, it could happen. If, I did very slight reading about, the matchup, and I think with the Eagles defense, it sounds like they have been covering a lot of the options that Mahomes can throw to, causing him to think last minute of where he could run, and I think that could stop the play a lot.
Okay.
So
I like it. I like the analysis. Yeah. What's your official score?
I'm going to go with the 28-32, even though I'm thinking it might be high, but
28-32. You got it here.
Eagles.
So you say 28-32, Eagles win, and then I'm saying 28-21, Chiefs win. Okay. We'll see.
So either way, we both have the Chiefs at getting 28 points.
Yeah, that's true. And what's cool is this will be coming out tomorrow. So literally we'll see what happens. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right.
Do you want to switch over into Super Bowl trivia? We both came up with some questions. We both looked up some questions and everything. So, all right. I think how we do this, I think we go back and forth.
I think so too.
I ask one, you answer one, you ask me one, I answer one, and then just keep going back and forth a little bit.
That works.
All right. So, my first one. Where was the first Super Bowl ever played?
Where?
Bonus point if you get the year. I'm guessing you already know the year because it's probably one of your questions.
I do have the year. I was not prepared for the where.
Yeah.
Sorry. I want to say it was in Philadelphia.
No.
Okay.
I'll give you one more.
Can I get like a hint of what side of the country it's on, or like
West
north or what?
West Coast.
West Coast. Okay. LA?
Yep. Exactly where it was played. And I was going to say has the most teams in one state.
Oh, they have the most?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know they have the Rams and they have the Chargers.
They got
the Chargers there?
They got the Los Angeles Rams. They got the LA Raiders.
Oh, I didn't think about the Raiders.
They got the San Diego Chargers, and then the San Francisco 49ers.
I did not think about all of them being in
the same state.
Yep. No, yeah, I thought, maybe like, I don't know why I was thinking like Nevada and Colorado.
You're good. That's why I didn't say that, just because they were given away immediately. But yeah. So okay. There you go.
And then so the year is what, 1967?
Yep, 1967.
So my first question, then, kind of playing off of that, is how much did tickets cost for the first Super Bowl?
I did see this question, so I'm not going to hate on it. But
well, I also have how much tickets are going for this Super Bowl.
Okay, so the one that I did see that question is $12, right?
Yes, $12.
But
Can you imagine? I would definitely go to a Super Bowl for $12.
This is also back in 1967, though, where $12 was.
It's 50 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So $12 back then was probably like a good chunk of change.
I know, but it's just crazy to think like it's not that long ago,
Mm-hmm. Let me Google that real quick.
So inflation, our grandparents could have gone to that Super Bowl and then are still living.
What was $12
in 1967
worth now? So actually not too bad, to be honest with you. In today's equivalent money, $12 in 1967 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $113 today.
Interesting.
So not as much.
So it's about $100 increase.
Yeah, but with back then $100, like they were probably getting paid $15,000 a year, maybe a lot less. You know what I mean?
Very true.
So that could be
I know that.
Yeah, for the normal person, that probably could have been a big chunk of your yearly salary.
Okay, so then what do you think tickets were going for this year's? Like the lowest amount.
The lowest amount, and it's in New Orleans this year. It's not cheap. It's thousands of dollars. It has to be. I would say for the cheapest nosebleed seats, $3,500.
Not far off. I thought you were going to say like 30,000.
No, $3,500.
I was seeing tickets for about $3,000, $12, there was some depending on where you get them, like with taxes and stuff. It was like, $3,100, stuff like that. So not far off.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. As time has gone on, Super Bowl tickets are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you want to get decent tickets, that's when you get probably in the $20,000, $15,000 range.
I was seeing tickets for like $5,000.
Oh, I believe it.
Over for a hot deal.
Yeah. I 100% believe it. Now imagine if a Imagine if you wanted like box seats or whatever it was.
Oh my
That'd be
gosh.
$100,000 probably.
It's like, T Swift, I'll become a Swiftie if you want to help me get in the box.
All right.
No, that's terrible. But
Here's a good question for you. Name 2 teams that have never been to the Super Bowl.
Jaguars.
Yep, that's one. There's actually 4, but that's good. That's one.
Another team that's never been
To the Super Bowl.
I want to try and do process of elimination. I haven't seen a ton of Super Bowls, but over the years. And I got to think of all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals?
Nope, they've been. Remember,
Was that recent?
Yeah, they played against the Chiefs.
Oh,
That was one of the more recent ones that the Chiefs won.
I don't know. I know Green Bay's been. I know Steelers have been. I know. Oh man.
Tom Brady took the Buccaneers and won the Super Bowl at home.
Trying to think of one of the boring teams you don't hear much about.
Okay.
The Browns? No, I think they've been.
Nope, you're right.
They went?
They've never been.
I was like, I know what people talk shit about the Browns when I was living there. So.
The other 2 teams are Detroit and
The Lions. Oh man, I thought about that, but I was like, no, they've probably been.
they've only been good recently.
Okay.
For years, they were like 0-18 or 0-16 and stuff like that, where they were
Okay.
absolute hot garbage. So yes, and then the Texans.
Really?
Yep, the Texans have never been.
Okay.
They've gotten good recently with C.J. Stroud making it to the playoffs and stuff, but they have never been to the Super Bowl.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one, right?
Yeah, it is a good
I
one.
thought that was a good one for you to think about there.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, I have questions you didn't see. What jeweler makes the Lombardi Trophy?
I'm guessing just because it's the famous one. The most famous jeweler I know is Tiffany Co.
Yeah.
Tiffany, yep.
Did you see that one, or you just guessing? Okay.
It's silver, so it's sterling silver, so that's what I would guess. You know what I mean?
Do you know how much it weighs?
Yes, that's a question I have.
Oh.
You're good. It's like
Well, I
nine.
know
It's like
how-
it's like
it's like
9
7 pounds.
7 pounds, 9 pounds. Yep. Okay. I got one final one for you, just since we've had some similar questions we looked up.
Well, I have 1 or 2 more.
That's fine. I have one more.
Okay.
What QB has won the most Super Bowls?
I'm assuming Tom Brady.
Yep. That was
Really?
a good one. Yep.
Because he was with the Patriots 5 times or something.
I think he's won 9 Super Bowls. Or no, that might be Belichick. I think.
And then he went with the Bucks and he won.
And that was as Tom Brady's won 7.
Oh.
He's won 7 Super Bowls.
All with the Patriots and 1 with the Bucks?
Yep. What team beat him twice in the Super Bowl?
I don't even know all the teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl, clearly.
There's one team that he has never beaten in the Super Bowl.
Never beat Steelers?
Nope. They beat him
I
twice.
don't even know what teams he's played. What teams did he never beat?
You've heard me tell the story about where I made fun of Todd.
I
For 2
know.
of them.
I can't even remember. Hint?
I can't give you a hint.
What team has he never beaten?
He played them twice, but never beat them.
Know what teams he's played.
I got you. He beat the New York Giants twice. Eli Manning is the Brady killer.
So he didn't beat the Giants.
Then beat him.
Oh man.
There was the first Super Bowl that he played against Eli Manning. They won by a last-second catch. It's a famous catch. He's about to get sacked. 5 people had their hands on him. He spins out. He goes right. He throws the ball downfield. Eli does. And then the receiver catches it on his helmet, is falling across another defensive player and catches the ball. The tip of the ball never hits the ground.
I think I saw that play not too long ago.
It's one of the
I
most
think.
famous plays ever in the
That's
NFL,
amazing.
in the Super Bowl. And I remember watching it happen live. And I was a young kid. I was probably 7 or 8 years old. Me and my grandmother made a sign because I was never a Patriots fan. And I had this sign that had a bunch of bells on it, and it had blue New York Giants stuff
my
all over
gosh.
it. And he catches that ball. They do another 2 or 3 plays, end up scoring a last-second touchdown to win the game. And I come out, and Todd's laying on the ground with his hat over his face, just laying there. And then I'm sitting there shaking a sign in his face and everything.
That's so mean.
I love it.
Funny.
I love it. I'm going to get him on the phone real quick. I'm going to see if Todd...
Okay, well, should I ask you a question while you do that?
Okay. Here, actually, let me see if Todd will answer real quick. All right, one second.
You gotta turn it up.
Yep.
What's up, Otto?
Hey, Todd, quick second for you. I have you on the podcast, just so you're aware.
Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so we were telling a funny story here. I wanted to get your perspective. So we're doing a Super Bowl episode, obviously, since today's Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time that Eli Manning took down Tom Brady?
Are you freaking kidding me? You calling me to freaking do this to me? You freaking jackass.
Do you remember the sign?
remembers.
Do you remember the sign I came out with? It was like, while you were on the ground.
Yes.
Oh.
You know that was the 2007 Super Bowl. Freaking Patriots, that was an undefeated season. The Randy Moss, freaking Junior Seau, they deserve that Super Bowl. And freaking, are you kidding me? Oh.
I take it you're a little upset by that Super Bowl.
That was emotionally scarring as a Patriots fan. That's like one of those things, when you grow up as a kid that your parents did to you. It's emotionally scarring. You always remember for the rest of your life. Yeah.
That's what he did to you.
That was
that's what
the famous helmet catch. Who was the wide receiver that caught that ball? Do you remember his name?
Yeah, David Tyree.
David Tyree, that's what it was. I was
Never
trying
to be heard from ever again.
Hey,
that is so funny.
That's totally fine. He won that Super Bowl ring and was out. That's perfectly fine. And then they did it to you guys again another couple years later, but we won't talk about that since that was painful. But I wanted to get, after getting that story out there, what is your official score predictions for tonight, and who do you think wins?
Who do I think, or who do I want?
I say, who do you think? That's what I think. Who do you think actually wins the game, not who do you want? Because I want the Eagles to win, and Shannon wants the Eagles to win, obviously.
The country's rooting for the Eagles.
Of course.
I think people are just like the Patriots of old. I think people are sick and tired of them, and they want, everybody wants freaking Philly to pull this off, and that's what I'm rooting for. I think it'll be Philly. So, it's kind of like I look at it like, so Philly played New England twice. They played them in 2004 here in Jacksonville.
Yep.
And the Pats beat them there. And then they played them again in, I forget where, whatever that Super Bowl was. I don't remember the Patriots' losses in the Super Bowl. But they lost to Nick Foles, if you remember.
Of course. The Philly, what was that? The Philly Miracle?
Yeah. Philly, they turned it. I forget the name of it.
The brotherly catch, or
someone's screaming it out right now. Like, it's the Philly light. Yeah,
yeah.
I forget. Yeah,
Someone let us
what
know.
they call it. But yeah. So that's what I think was going to happen here. I think that they lost the Chiefs the first time, and they're going to get the redemption now. I mean, they got Saquon.
That's my thing. I think Saquon's a crazy thing, but we both know that the refs love Patrick Mahomes, and they're going to be kissing him after this Super Bowl. So,
well, I mean, just the fact that it was brought up into actual media, and people had to respond to it, and there's people. I don't think that's going to be that apparent or anything tonight.
I understand. So your final score prediction, Todd, what do you think?
All right. Final score. That's your mother's score.
What Mom say? What was her score?
24-20 Philly.
24-20 Philly. Okay.
I think it's going to be 32-28.
That's what I said.
Shannon said the same
and you
thing.
said with the Eagles coming out on top, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was good.
That makes me feel validated.
I like 21-28, and for some reason I have a feeling the Chiefs three-peat and make history tonight. That's my prediction.
And I could definitely see that happening, and I could definitely see it being a lower score game because, I mean, Philly has the number one defense.
Exactly.
But I'm hoping for a higher scoring game just because it'll make it more entertaining.
I understand, and hopefully our bet's hit tonight, Todd. We need to win some money.
Oh, I know it. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for answering the call. I appreciate it, and let's all say it all together. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. I can't believe I freaking said that. Are you kidding me?
All right. Well, we love you guys, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Love you too.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
And that was Todd on the podcast.
And your mother in the background.
Of course. Always a good time talking to family when we can get them on the phone here. And Todd's like, how dare you bring that story?
He got so mad. Oh my gosh, that was great.
That was awesome. I love that. That was funny.
That was.
That was good. All right.
I have one more question if you're up for it.
You have one more? I'll take it. What's the question?
What was the highest score by one team in the Super Bowl? And bonus point if you know what team that was.
Ooh, that's a good one. I actually didn't even see that.
And an extra bonus point if you know the year as well.
The highest scoring?
By one team. Not like a combined Super Bowl.
I think the highest score was 45.
No.
Okay, cool.
So the highest score by one team was 55 points.
Oh, okay, I was 10 points off. Okay.
Do you know the team or the year?
The New England Patriots.
Nope. San Francisco 49ers.
It was the 49ers.
In 1990.
No, I didn't know that. Yep. Okay. That was
they
good.
were playing against the Broncos.
The Broncos, really? Yep. Okay, so was that
55 points.
Is that John Elway years? I'm trying to remember when John Elway was playing.
I did not do research.
You're fine. I'm trying to think.
It was.
I don't know if that was John Elway years or...
No, 1990.
1990 Super Bowl. Let me look that up. 1990 Super Bowl. Between national champions 49ers, conference, blah, 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 blah.
Quarterback was Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. And was it John Elway during that time?
Who is... what team? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're good. Joe Montana years, Super Bowl.
John Elway.
Joe Montana, yeah. And John Elway. Okay.
Played Denver Broncos 16 years. In 2004, he was indicted into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't say his year.
Gotcha. No, that's interesting. That was a good question, Shannon. I like that. That was probably a pretty big year for football because those are two like Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks. So
and it being such a high score.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. That is pretty wild.
55 points for one team. That's crazy.
I like it. So, would you like to do the Would You Rather, or would you like to do our top three now?
I think we do top three, then the Would You Rather, because mine wasn't football related.
Okay. So our top three this week, then. You know we always love our top threes.
Yes.
And it's also NFL related. You know this is going to be a fun Sunday one. Top three NFL logos.
NFL logos. Not mascots.
Not the mascots.
But
the logos. The logos. So, I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
So, I have some bias on these, you know what I mean? Obviously. Okay. So, the way I did my top three were logos that looked like people actually put some effort into them. Not to hate on Washington in any way, shape, or form, but it's literally a W.
Just a red.
What the fuck is that?
With yellow border.
And then the Browns logo it's not even logo, it's just orange.
It's an orange helmet.
Yeah, and then their freaking mascot's like a dog, and then it's like some kind of little Keebler elf looking thing.
The elf thing.
Yeah, I don't freaking know. Just trash. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't hate on Browns, you know what I mean, but the color scheme logo is trash.
Yeah,
sorry.
I got you. I did kind of the same as well.
Yeah.
But
So, my number three are the Bears. The Bears have a good logo. It's actually like a yelling bear. It looks like people actually took some time and built that up and looked good. Detailed. I liked it. The Bucks are my number two.
Okay.
The Buccaneers. I like the flag, and then I like the pirate theme that they do, and I think it plays well.
Symbolism and stuff.
So what they got going on. Yeah. So I like that. My number one, it's an obvious one. It's the Jaguars.
Of course.
I think the Jaguars have a cool logo. It's actually like a yelling jaguar. It has all our colors mixed into it, and it's changed over the years, and it's a pretty cool logo in my personal opinion.
I agree.
So my number one is the Jaguars. 100% Go Jags, fire logo. I think it
Yes.
looks good. All the renditions of it has looked good over the years, so I'm a big fan of that. So number one is the Jags.
Yeah, that is true. It's had multiple renditions as well, like the old style that they're bringing back, actually, with the full Jaguar.
Yeah, well, the one there's a story behind that. The original logo for the Jaguars was that running Jaguar, but the car brand Jaguar did not like that and sent a cease and desist about that, so we weren't allowed to do that anymore.
Well, I liked it either way. But I agree with you. So, did you have any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. The Chargers have a cool one. It's a lightning bolt. Makes sense. It's not bad looking. Really, that's like about it. Like the 49ers is literally just 4-9, like on their helmet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So.
And then all the other ones are like birds. They're freaking birds. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I was literally looking at all the logos. I was like, there's so many birds, there's so many
cats,
letters, and there's so many cats.
I guess my other honorable mention would be the Carolina Panthers. They have a good one.
Okay.
They have a good one.
I do like theirs as well, but they didn't make my list.
Okay.
So my number 3, I put the Titans.
Okay.
Just because you're right. I mean, granted, it is a T, but it's like a flying T with stars, and it's actually like done up. It's not
like a
just
flag,
a T there.
Okay.
So, Tennessee Titans. My number 2, I also put the Buccaneers.
Yep.
Like you said, it's the flag, the pirate theme, everything. Like it's all
cohesive.
Yeah, it's all cohesive, and it represents their city.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
And then I also, for number 1, put the Jaguars.
Fuck yeah, go Jags.
Whoever knows me knows that, 1, I love leopard print anyway. So it's only fitting that I root for the Jaguars. I live in Jacksonville. Jaguars made my number 1 logo.
That's right. Go fucking Jaguars. Let's go. Super Bowl next year. We're going to make it.
And then, so for honorable mentions, I put a double because they were kind of similar.
Okay.
So I put the Falcons and the LA Rams just because I understand your face. But
what?
So the Falcons, they actually use a falcon and put it in the shape of an F.
Okay.
So it's actually like, yeah,
symbolism, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it works. Yeah. And then the Rams, it's LA, but they also have the Rams horns on them. I don't know. I was thinking about the Chargers, but I was like, it doesn't have anything to do with their team. What is that?
I can understand that. I just think it's cool looking, but I understand.
So I thought because those two teams, even though it was the lettering, they incorporated their mascot and everything well into it.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. Solid. Let us know what y'all's top 3 NFL logos are. Obviously, we have a little bias with us being Jacksonville fans and, the Jaguars. But to be honest with you, I think they have a pretty fire logo. If you take a look at it compared to a lot of other ones where it's like I said, the Browns, it's just an orange helmet. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Maybe we should do a competition to redo all the boring logos.
That would be cool.
That would be so cool.
I've seen people do that online, like people who are like digital artists or like work in that field where they'd make TikTok threads of that. I forgot there was one girl on TikTok that did that for all the teams. She's like reimagined the logos and did it herself and like what she would do it as.
Well, the
pretty cool.
NFL needs to reach out to some people who are, talented like that to get some logos redone.
I think it's pretty cool. You know, I think that's a cool thing to do. Like it was an interesting TikTok thread just go swipe through. Speaking of TikTok, I don't have TikTok anymore, guys. So if you guys see me not posting on TikTok anymore, it's not my fault. It's that I got a new phone. And with the new iPhones, you can't download TikTok because the whole thing going back and forth with the U.S. government and China. Yeah. So, if anything, follow the Instagram, follow the Facebook, follow the YouTube,
all the other ones.
Give us a like, a follow on there. It helps us out a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, TikTok I was doing good on too. I was getting.
That's what you had said.
I was like hype. I was hyping up. I was doing really good. Like videos were getting some good views. People were commenting and stuff. I was like, damn, I lost TikTok. It's fucked.
I'm just wondering, like. I never had TikTok. Yeah. I know everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, because every time someone in person hears it, that's how they react.
Yeah.
But I just think of all the people like who have told me what they use TikTok for. Like one of my coworkers literally uses it as Google.
Yeah.
Like they don't use the internet. They use TikTok.
Yeah, and then like a lot of people use it for like cooking videos, which I would too. Like there's a lot of good recipes on there. But the same stuff that's on TikTok is on all the other social media content pages. Maybe just some stuff that's a little bit more censored and blah blah, whatever. However you want to talk about that.
But I'm sure, like, TikTok got banned a couple years ago, didn't it? And then it was back.
they never banned it,
It
but
was
they were
just
talking
removed
about
or
it.
something.
Now it was like actually like where you could not have TikTok now
Yeah.
on your phones and blah blah blah. But
Okay.
it is what it is. It is what it is. So
It's just a social media app, guys.
Yeah.
Everyone will survive.
but like I was saying, let us know what y'all's favorite logos are. You know, if you're an
Yes.
NFL fan, or even if you like other sports, like even NBA and MLB, all that kind of stuff, and you think they have cool logos, let me know y'all's top 3. We'd love to see what everybody's into.
Definitely. Maybe we should do that during baseball season. Give
I'm
us
down.
something to
We could probably do
talk
we
about.
could do basketball season.
Yeah.
I say the basketball teams have all kinds of crazy logos, so
Yeah,
I'd be down for
definitely.
that.
Sounds
All right.
like a plan. All right.
All right.
Stay tuned for those episodes coming forward.
That's right. That's right. Now,
Now,
or would you rather?
I have quite a few because you yelled at how stupid my other would you rather.
Did I call it stupid?
With less words.
No, I said let's get into some like thought-provoking ones. Is what I was saying. Ones that weren't like
Don't require. So my other ones didn't require thought.
not all the other ones. Like last week's one, or the last time we did one where it was just me and you. You asked me if I would much rather have a difference in food or eat the same food every single day.
Well, I said, would you rather be able to go to multiple restaurants but you get the same food, or you go to one restaurant but can get whatever?
That's what I'm saying. So like I think most people will take the variety in the day of the week. All right. So would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first.
She makes me sound so bad on here, y'all. She tries to talk some shit and make me look bad.
Y'all can go to the whatever.
Watch the tape. Rewind the tape.
Play the tape.
Play the clip. Play the clip.
All right. So I think the one I'll do today is going to be: would you rather travel to the past to meet and hang out with any loved one that is since passed,
Okay.
and none of these will affect the timeline?
I understand the time-space
time-
continuum,
yeah, exactly.
all that. Yeah.
So you can go back and hang out with, your grandpa. I can go hang out with my dad or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Any person that, any place in time really
Mm-hmm.
that you'd want. Or would you travel to the future to meet and spend time with children and like grandchildren and great grandchildren that have yet to come?
When it comes to that side of things, I'm very lucky where I have not had a lot of grandparents or family members pass, thankfully. Knock on wood, hopefully it stays that way. So I guess, like the main person who's probably died that was really the most not controversial, influential person in my life was Ray, my grandfather. And he was a very cool dude. Loved him a lot, but I was very lucky as well where I did get to spend a lot of time with him. So that was very lucky. Like, we did family trips every summer. They would come down back in the day. They lived in New Jersey, and they would come down frequently, come see me and my dad and all that kind of stuff. So I like those memories. I think, we had a chance to spend a good amount of time with Ray. So I would probably go to the future. I'd be interested to see what our future looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See how many kids we've had or grandchildren and all that kind of stuff, because you also never know. Like, stuff could happen, as you're getting older, you get sick or accidents or, where I could die early. So I would probably say I would travel to the future. I think it would be cool to see what the future looked like and what we built over our lifetime kind of thing. So I think I would do that.
I like that option, and that definitely would be cool. I guess for me, my life has been kind of in reverse, where, my dad passed away, both of my grandparents on his side are passed. My grandpa has since, so I really only have my grandma left for grandparents. I don't think I ever met my great grandparents, but I think mainly it would be for my dad and those grandparents.
Well, that happened when you were very young, so I can understand your thought process
I don't
on that.
have any actual memories. Like, I have the photos and stuff that my mom took and all the things that she's told, but I don't have the actual remembrance.
Yeah, I could understand that. It'd be cool to go meet your dad. I'd want to meet your dad personally.
If I could go at the age I am now and go hang out, have a beer,
I think it would be
pick his brain and just be like, hey, I think that'd be cool.
I agree with you. And that's the thing, is just the different lives that me and you both have lived, where you've had a little bit more or a lot more loss than I have when it comes to that side of things. So I can understand that thought process.
And granted, with my grandmama crossing, I do have very little memory of her because she did live a little bit longer, but actually getting to know her kind of thing.
I think that would be cool. See
and
people.
I don't remember my grandpa McCrossin, so.
Yeah, like see people's actual personality. What I mean? People always like tell stories and stuff, but you never get to meet that person actually, see what they're like,
Right.
People tell stories, and like obviously it's great to keep stories going and stuff, but get to actually meet the person, know the person, see what it's a little bit different. But okay, that was a good question. See, that was solid.
Thought-provoking enough.
Yeah, what I mean? See how we broke it down?
But I do think, obviously, the future, like, going and seeing great-grandchildren that you may not get to meet or something would be, like, see how far your family tree, like, how things change and stuff. Yeah.
I thoroughly agree. I think that'd be cool. So my Would You Rather is football-themed.
Of course.
So I'm going to put this for you. If you were, say you were my size. You were a man of my size. Okay?
6'5".
Yep. Would you rather be a running back for a full drive or a quarterback for a full drive?
So as if I am you right now, I would just be put on the field.
Yep.
I would rather be a quarterback.
Okay. Why?
Because I think you throw pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a pretty good spin on a ball. Like, I have a decent throw as well.
You can throw a football. I've seen you throw.
And I don't want to feel the impacts that a running back feels at your height.
Mm-hmm.
No, thanks.
Yeah, well,
because most running backs are not your height, right?
Not most of them, but
most quarterbacks are around your height
probably,
or taller.
But there's also like Derrick Henry and some other bigger bigger backs.
But you are not Derrick Henry.
No, I'm not. No, not anywhere in any no. atmosphere as him. Nowhere near the same.
I just think about like your knees and like all those people like going to tackle you. It's going to be mainly your legs that they're going for. And
then I did have a caveat. Do you think you could complete a pass?
Yes.
Do you think you could complete a pass?
I think so.
Do you think you could throw a touchdown pass?
Throw a touchdown pass. I like to have confidence in myself, so I would love to say yes, but I know obviously the defense is going to play their best no matter what, but especially in the end zone, it might be a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't think I could throw a touchdown pass, but I think I could complete a pass.
That's how I feel. I think I could complete a pass.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're saying I'm throwing dimes to people like every left and right.
Yeah.
But I think I could complete a pass in the NFL. I think.
I agree.
And then there's people out there who actually play in the NFL like, no, I'd kill you. And I'm like, I believe you 100%. When there's a 350-pound man chasing you down, I think they would get me pretty good. But
okay, so what position would you be?
Oh, I would be a quarterback. Fuck being a running back. Fuck that. These dudes are getting... These dudes, they have to run the ball. Also, they're basically a second defender for you.
Yeah.
So, like, they'll hike the ball.
If it's not going to them that play, then they'll have to...
You'll see them, like, the ball will be hiked, and then someone breaks through, like a defensive player breaks through the middle. You see the running back as, like, the last line of defense to stop that, and I feel like you're just getting beaten up the whole time.
Yeah, no thanks. I do want to mention a video that I sent you. I think, obviously, it couldn't be used often, but I think a play that some team, maybe the Jags, should implement is this high school, I think it was, team. It was a kickoff, and the person caught the ball, but there was like 5 of them that ran to him and like did a huddle, and then they all dispersed, and no one knew which person had the ball, and they scored a touchdown.
They have done stuff like that. But,
I know there's been trickery, but I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, just now with the new NFL rules, where the defense
they can't run,
no one can move until the ball is caught. I think that's the only reason that play wouldn't work. That's the only reason.
I didn't think about the new rule because obviously they have to be running. They can't.
That's my only thing. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think it's cool. Like the play when you showed it to me, I was like, "That's pretty fucking cool." You know, what I mean, it's smart, but you could only probably do it once. You know, what I mean,
right? That's what I'm saying. You couldn't like do it every hike or whatever.
Every kickoff, really.
Yeah. So
no, I like it.
I thought it was a really cool play whenever I saw it.
I like it. And then this has been a fun episode.
I agree.
We had a nice fun time. So Oh, go ahead. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say there is one last topic I wanted to bring up, and it's the fact that your birthday is in 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be a year older.
Your boy turns 26 on Tuesday.
I have some celebrations coming up.
Yep, your boy is getting older. I'll be 26. It's crazy to think this. I started this when I was 22, 23. We really got into the podcast stuff, and it's crazy to see how times have changed.
I know.
Going
we're
from
growing.
Sitting on the couch doing this to building a set and, doing the damn thing. We've been doing it, Obviously, you guys have been seeing a little bit more of the Sunday hangout side of things, but, sometimes times just get a little busy with other guests and everything, but we always want to make sure we're coming out to you guys with a good episode each week. So even if it's just us here, I think we have a good time, and, we like giving you guys a peer into what our lives look like, and it's been fun. It's been fun. The feedback's been awesome.
Stick with us for all the years to come. Just like you said, it's 3 years since we started it, so stick with us.
3 years, and hopefully a lot more coming up.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, your boys turned 26. Hopefully I'm around for a lot longer, and it's been a good year. I can't complain. But the final thing I do want to say is, y'all, what is y'all's Super Bowl score? Obviously,
tell us.
Obviously, this is coming out tomorrow, so you guys will already know. But, if you guys think of anything, or you guys want to put those top threes in the comments, let us know. Or if you liked any of our Would You Rathers, tell us how you guys would, answer these questions.
Or tell us who you wanted to win, even if it didn't go in your favor.
Yeah.
All the good things about Super Bowl.
Yeah, and also if you guys have any good bets out there, let me know. Put those out in the comments. I like to see when we all can win some money together. But as I say every week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out. We hope you guys had a safe and, just an even a little hectic Super Bowl weekend and everything. Hope everybody has a good time. Let us know what you guys are thinking. Make sure you guys give us a follow on all the social media. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod, from everything from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I keep wanting to say TikTok, but I can't say TikTok anymore. Make sure you guys give us a follow on there. Like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's going to be Who Are You Podcast. You guys will be able to find us on there with all of our video content. And finally, and if you guys feel like you would be a good fit for the show, you guys are an artist, an entrepreneur, a business owner, and you feel like you would do well on this show, make sure you guys give us either a DM or you can email me. It's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com, and maybe we'll have you guys on a future episode. As I say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out. Thank you for being on the show as always, Wifey.
Always great to be here.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.